know what? We'll just let her rip here. Okay.
Good deal.
It's good. So then, fire extinguisher, if we need to use this baby, if there's a fire in flight, what we're going to do is you are going to fly the airplane and I am going to extinguish the fire.
Okay. Immediately stop crying.
That's not part of the checklist. And so, yeah, that's not part of the checklist. You can, but, so then, talking. No, wait. Stave. Exit. If we need to exit, as we're making an emergency landing, which is the only time we're going to need to exit, you're going to unlatch this on the way down, but only pull this handle when you're ready to exit. Exit at a 45 degrees away from the prop and away from the tail.
Okay.
And protect the body.
Okay.
And so talking, if I do this, you shut up. I got to figure out a way that's not.
Okay.
And
we will halt all conversation.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's good. And that's your questions.
And we will have a positive exchange of controls. That'll go in the talking section.
Positive exchange of, yeah, okay, that's good. I like that. That's good. Did you come up with that?
The positive exchange of controls on the... No, I did not come up with positive exchange of controls.
Do we want to use this for traffic or anything?
Yeah, if you want.
I mean...
If you would like your iPad to overheat.
It's...
Roasty toasty.
I actually just want to get the that's all I want.
Can I get the track open?
Record. That's what I want.
What'd you call me?
I called you a record. All right, so that's it for our briefing. We are going to get the checklist continuing. That's how we do it here. Seatbelts, we already did that. Avionics, yes. And 11903 is the tower here. Yep. We are not going to need any other frequencies, right? 1217. But we're not leaving the tower, right?
No, we're not leaving or losing the tower.
Hey, come on. 12755.
12755.
2. ILS Zulu runway 16 right approach in use. Visual approach in use. Landing and departing runway 16 left and right. Notice to air missions hazardous weather information for California or coastal water. Available on flight service frequency 5G NOTAMs in EFFECT period. Visual approach slope indicator RW.
I love how it doesn't say in effect.
Are out of
It says
service.
in EFFC period.
Advise on initial
Which is
contact.
in effect.
You have information, Oscar.
Yes. Okay.
Van Nuys Airport ATIS information, Oscar. 1951 Zulu. Wind 180 at 5. Visibility 10. Sky clear below 12,000.
Nice.
Temperature 38.
Not nice.
Dew point 16.
Is he going to ask about the rest of the ATIS, you think?
No.
Remarks.
AO2 sea level pressure. Oh.
All right, so 29er 23, so that's 29er 3. So 29er 3, the altimeter is set. We already got our ATIS transponder 1200. The ADS-B is always on. And the radio has been checked. Taxi lights we have set as required. We're going to do a brake check, and then we're going to do our taxi check. Everybody ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, well, let me... There. Just need to look especially, flash. Alright, we're rolling. Brakes are released. Is this you? Are you doing this? Okay, so ball swings to the right, and the other thing, this guy comes out, and there's no bank, right? That's, and then the opposite should happen, so ball swings out, pink thing goes out to the right. And this guy spins freely, and they go in the correct direction, so our taxi check is complete.
Good.
And we're going to align these bitches while we're... yeah, that's probably... Alright.
Ground Falcon 505 Delta Echo, Castle North, information Oscar, video taxi.
Oh, he's
4505 Delta Echo,
relaxing. It's like an ASMR.
Runway 16 right, taxi Alpha Charlie.
ATC,
Falcon
ASMR.
505 Delta Echo.
You ever see the show Mr. Mayor?
No, I don't think so.
Came and went. It was Ted Danson and a bunch of other people, but it was done by Tina Fey.
Okay.
And it is the most underrated show. It was, I think, funny on the level of 30 Rock.
Okay.
Anything else we need to be doing during the check of taxi? Or what the fuck is this plane and when do I get to fly it?
Dude, those have been over there for...
No, I've never seen those.
Oh yeah, they've been over there.
Really?
Yeah, the water droppers.
Oh, that's cool.
Sky Bucket or something like that.
So we should be on ground. We have Oscar. Okay.
Van Nuys Orange, good
Hang on.
afternoon, November 80.
Yeah, we're on the ground.
Right 0, Mike Tango, Van Nuys ground.
Hi, yes.
Right 0, Mike Tango, Van Nuys ground.
So this is, we're at checkpoint, but we're still in a non-movement area.
Yeah.
And we're waiting for this guy to... Nope.
Just do it.
Van Nuys ground, Cherokee 3229 at checkpoint 1, ready to taxi Oscar.
Cherokee 32291, Van Nuys ground, Romeo 16 right, taxi Alpha Charlie.
16 right, Alpha Charlie 3229 Am I, is the audio clipping? The Alpha Charlie 16 right.
I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear any clipping. It sounded good to me.
Okay. 16 right, Alpha Charlie. There's nobody in the fucking pattern. That's crazy. All right, anybody on the right or left?
We got the jet on the right, but we're going to be in front of him.
5 Delta Echo, give way to traffic coming out of Alpha 2.
This is, so we're turning onto Alpha.
5 Delta Echo.
Or 5 Delta Echo.
Holy
you can
shit.
What's
monitor
that?
the tower
All these people.
100.3, they have
Oh,
you on the list.
Yeah.
Once it's your turn, pull all the way up to the
I mean, it's
whole
102 degrees.
Yeah.
Okay, 5 Delta Echo.
Okay, so I'm gonna get...
Go behind him.
7313, checkpoint 1, taxi with Oscar.
All right, so we stay neutral.
73113, Van Nuys ground, Romeo
And
16
then
right,
we go
taxi
like
Alpha Charlie.
this. Yeah?
Yeah. Where did he
Hello,
go?
Jets.
Oh, that's so hot. All right, go behind
Oh,
him,
way behind this guy. So like up to the blast shield, basically.
Yeah. And then we will go in between these two.
Him and the
Station
jet.
729 Golf Bravo, Van Nuys ground, Romeo 16 right, taxi via Bravo Charlie, hold short, Romeo 16 left.
Okay. I mean, that guy still has his
Charlie, hold
fucking
short,
ramp down.
16
So.
left for 729 Golf.
You see what's coming out of the back? Is that the APU?
Yep. Or the bleed air.
Okay. So we want to go into the... Oh, we're going to take the T. It's good.
Ground 7313, can we request Alpha Delta for departure?
Tesla Moment 3, those jets should be kind of clearing out of here a little bit then momentarily, and you'll have to fight with wake turbulence, but if you still want it, I'll give it to you.
Okay.
I'll take it, 1.
Boom. We're locked.
Tesla Moment 3, Roger,
And we are
right at Delta.
ready. You ready?
Ready.
Brakes are set. We're in a
The hell?
safe... What's that?
Something flew over us that was big.
521 with
Ladder?
Van Nuys ground, taxi
There's a
Alpha
ladder.
The
Okay.
parking was...
Brakes are set. Fuel. We are switching
29
tanks.
Foxtrot X-ray.
Fuel pump goes on. Right tank. Check.
Number 9 Foxtrot X-ray approved as requested. Van Nuys
Clock is running. Fuel pressure is good. Fuel pump off. Fuel pressure is still good. So trim that bitch for takeoff, and then flight control. So we're gonna musha. Nothing's binding. Up.
Yep.
Left.
Yep.
Forward. Right.
Yep.
And controls are free and correct. Annunciator lights are efficiently working.
Enunciating.
Yeah, they're enunciating. Okay, so we got 0, level, blue over brown, and that's fine, right? Ball centered.
Yep.
Okay. Within 75 feet of the airfield, ball centered in op, light over dark, centered. Heading is going to almost bang on east, maybe a smidge. East
Right
plus a
east,
smidge,
yeah.
and our winds are coming from 180 at 5, so winds are from the south. We're taking off on 16, so that's not such a big...
20-degree offset.
Traffic off the departure ends assessed, so we'll be, a citation.
And
will
not
be a
showing
left turn
climb or
southeast
descent.
Cool.
Test, all those lights work. Good, that's very good, we like that. So primer is confirmed in and lock. We're gonna go full reach and 2,000 RPMs.
Van Nuys ground, good afternoon, Cessna
Okay.
80. Go Kelsey.
Left,
Oscar 16.
So 80, Mike Tango,
Check
Van
again.
Nuys,
Right.
runway 16 right, taxi down.
okay, now we're gonna go back to both.
Charlie 16 right.
And-
Mike Tingle.
Better, should we run it for a second?
It's because it's been sitting at idle. There's a bunch of carbon buildup. So.
Okay, so that's not a big deal.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, so we're got good. Carb heat in. Suction should be 0.5 with a 5 with 0.1 tolerance. This guy should come off when we should talk about what this all means. But so this is oil temp is green, fuel pressure is green, oil pressure is green. That's all looks good. So we come down to full idle, and it should be between 6 and 800, which we are on the north end of 800. Carb heat comes out.
We're 9 Golf Bravo, contact tower
And we come
119.3.
back to, and we check throttle friction, which is kind of good. So we checked vacuum, oil, take throttle friction. We're good?
Continue.
Okay.
tower citation 729 Golf Bravo on.
Is that the time?
Charlie,
Is it
holding
fine?
161.
No, I just switched over just to keep a kidney ear out.
Van Nuys Tower waiting IFR release.
We're done with the ground guy.
And we are going to go with short field?
Yep. If we can get
one of the two.
two. Click, click.
2 clicks, and fuel pump comes on. We know all these lights come on, so we're just going to go up, 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 up.
Good.
Full rich.
Van Nuys Tower,
We're trimmed for takeoff, so
with information
fuel pump is on. Mixture set for best power, which here is leaned a little bit.
Lima,
It would be leaned a little bit,
straight
yeah.
in runway 16 right.
Let's call it lean for here. And carb heat is confirmed off. The
Baron,
transponder is
8 Golf,
1200.
contact SoCal departure.
The heading bug is set for the winds. My scoop is
01
out,
Lima,
and I'll trust
verify
you to do the doors and
straight in,
windows.
runway 16
Heading bug is set, landing light is on, and strobes. Timer is timing. We're ready to go.
Cool.
Drink of water.
Go for it.
Um,
Van Nuys Tower, Piper 322901, holding short 16 right at Charlie for left coast traffic.
Piper 32291, Van Nuys Tower at Charlie, cross runway 16 right, hold short, runway 16 left.
Cross 16 right at Charlie, hold short 16 left, 32291.
Cherokee 291, contact tower 120.2.
20.2291, thank you.
20.2.
Let's say Coca-Cola on the side.
No, it doesn't. It looks like it, doesn't it? We cross over and hold short of 16.
Yep.
Okay, so my controls.
Your controls.
And we're going to cross over.
There you go.
Do you hear that too? We're approaching 16 left.
So it's your iPad going off.
But did you hear?
Cessna 113, change my frequency 119.3.
So.
And Cherokee 291, change my frequency 119.3.
93, 291.
We're holding short of 16.
Cherokee 291, make left close traffic, runway 16 left, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff. Left close traffic 16 left 32291.
Cessna 113, turn left crossing.
Alright, lights.
So lights,
Camera. Action, good.
Nobody on fire.
Alright, use all available runway. So, like, just keep this yellow line. We'll pretend this is the end of it.
Okay.
Line up.
And we're going to do a stop.
Yep.
Okay, so we
Hold.
Hold.
Stop. Full brakes. Hard brakes.
Full power.
1, 2,
2,
3. Everything's in the green. Go.
Go. Right rudder to compensate.
5 Delta Echo.
Airspeed is alive. Engine gauges are in the green. We're on the center line. Alright, we're looking for
Rotate 55.
rotate 55.
Climb out at 60.
Tower, good afternoon,
55
November
knots.
80, Mike.
55 knots, rotate now.
Yep, rotate. Hold
And
60. Hold 60 on the climb.
Mike,
Hold 60 on the
Oh,
climb.
right. 60 on the climb.
60, 60, 60. You've now cleared your 50-foot obstacle. Bring the nose down.
And 76.
Looking for 68 to remove one of the flaps.
And,
So 68 and positive rate is what we're looking for. Get that nose down.
16 right.
Yep, that's 68.
68.
Positive rate.
Positive rate.
Would like to reposition.
And now
back over
76.
to Pegasus.
Yep.
Which we have almost.
Right there.
Yep.
76 positive rate. Cool.
Cool. So now we're back to climbing and
Cherokee
VY.
291, turn left 10 degrees now, jet departure from the parallel.
Left 10, 32291.
Yeah, so it's rotate 55, 60.
November 626,
Hold
Juliet
the
Echo,
60
Van
for the
Nuys
climb
Tower, Roger,
until you
you're
cleared
holding
50
short, running
feet.
16 right
And
at
then drop
Charlie,
the
you want to
nose.
go back
Got
to
it.
Bravo 1.
Affirmative, going back to
It is
Pegasus.
quite
holding
a
short,
high
Charlie,
pitch up for
16
this
right,
plane.
full length here.
To hold 60.
Yeah.
So rotate, you said 55.
Yep.
And then
Off the ground at 60. Hold 60 for the
Cessna
climb.
0 Mike Tango, caution wake terms departing Falcon Jet.
Clear the
runway
50 foot,
16 right, full
bring the
length
nose
of
down.
and then we transition to our normal.
Okay.
Okay.
Like the go-around procedure, basically.
Right. 68 positive
Cessna
rate.
113 safe
And we're
destination.
1500. We're going to turn.
Yep.
But we're looking for the end of the house.
Cessna 113 passing the 405, 118 interchange, frequency change approved.
And what are we coming in when we land?
Tower Sirius 555 Tango Tango.
Well, depends on what landing we're doing. So we can do a short field landing.
Departure to special.
All right, we're turning.
Fish 555 Tango Tango, Van Nuys Tower, Roger.
All right, short field. When I ask you for a short field, I need to know two things. What are you aiming for, and what are you planning on landing on? So,
November 6th, Juliet Echo, turn right onto runway
so I'll say short field, and you go, okay, I'm going to use the second arrow as my aiming point, and my landing point is going to be the top of the numbers plus
Okay,
200 feet.
16 right, left off on Delta and cross
okay.
on
So,
Bravo. 6 sir.
Your aiming
Juliet Echo.
point is the point at if you do not pull up, you're going to smack into the ground.
Okay.
That is the point at which the power should go idle. And,
Oh,
then,
okay.
and then that distance that you've determined that you need to basically bleed off the rest of your airspeed to put the tail on the, or to put the rear wheels on the ground.
Clear to land, wind 1207.
Sorry, what was the second piece?
Clear land.
Your landing point.
Landing point.
So,
And so how do you make...
Cherokee 291, wind 1107, runway 16 left, clear touch and go, traffic for the parallel, 1 mile final, sus time.
Clear touch and go, 16 left, and there's somebody on final 32291.
alright, cool.
Clear touch and go, 16 left.
Cherokee 291, there's a Cessna on a 1 mile final for runway 16 right.
Cessna on a 1 mile final for 16 right, 32291.
Yeah, again, you don't have to...
For 66 Juliet.
It's traffic, right? It's looking for traffic.
Cross 16 left onto Bravo.
Yeah, okay.
Alright, so you passed your, not your landing point, but your aiming point. So you're looking for that second arrow. There you go.
That's alright. Okay.
15.
So we're going to do 15.
First notch flap. And do like a normal beginning to a descent. Hold the 80.
Hold 80.
Cessna inside 291.
Okay, so then normal sort of... Okay, so we need to descend at...
No flappy yet.
Cessna 0 Mike Tango, contact SoCal departure.
We should be holding
Thanks, have a
70
great
at the end of this,
80,
right?
yeah, 80 knots, 70 in the turn.
So we should be...
Here's 5 Tango Tango, you said right cross on departure?
Straight out departure for special flight rules.
Alright,
And now we can turn.
Here's 5 Tango Tango,
Right.
roger, stand by, landing traffic.
And now, a
We
little
should be
bit of back
pulling.
pressure. Yep.
And now... Is this about the right angle, like the speed of the turn?
Yeah, you're trying to be at 70 at the end of it.
So a little bit more back pressure. And we're about... Okay, so now we're level. We added our second flap.
Good.
And we're getting a little bit smidge slow. We have a little more power. And we're a little slow. A little more power. And power.
Van Nuys Tower, Archer 2661 Foxtrot, southwest of Warner Center, inbound for full stop with information officer.
Cherokee 6861 Foxtrot, Van Nuys Tower,
All right.
block 0225,
So we're trying to
right
basically
traffic,
cross
runway
over that
16
second
right,
arrow
traffic 1 o'clock,
in ground effect.
mile and a half, eastbound,
Okay.
6 swing,
At
3,500.
60 knots.
Squawk 0225, right traffic, 16 right traffic,
The
inside
second arrow?
Yep.
Oh, I see.
Back. this
01
way.
Lima, contact ground point 7.
You're looking for 60 knots over that in ground effect. So you should be basically aiming for that arrow.
Okay.
And your round out is right over the top of that arrow.
Parallel in the east pattern, straight out departure approved, runway 16 right, full length clear for takeoff.
16 right, clear for takeoff.
And-
5, Tango, Tango.
Okay.
That's Tower November 858 Juliet Lima.
We need a little bit more power, right? You mean second arrow from
Lima, Van
the...
Nuys Tower, waiting
from the
outside
back.
loose.
From the one, this is 16L, and then there's the 3 chevrons, and then 2 arrows.
Okay, I was landing. Oh, that's good. That's much safer.
Yeah. You're like, I don't know if I can stretch that
Yeah,
far.
that was going to be a tough transition.
Yep.
Okay, so now we can start to ease our power out.
Exactly. So
And
now
we're
you should be kind of
aiming.
fixating on that second arrow,
Yep.
and then double check your speed. This is all about speed management.
So we have a tailwind. So we want to, now we're sort of,
You're going to be a little bit early, so the power should come out here, and you should not touch down until you've crossed the 16 numbers. Don't touch the ground, don't touch the ground. Should be right here, flaps.
flaps.
Simulate max braking,
Oh, shit.
and bring the yoke out.
Back.
All right, go.
Full power.
Yep.
And are we doing, so we're doing a normal takeoff
Normal
now.
takeoff, yeah.
I'm going to pop 2 flaps in. Never mind. We're good. 60. So we are climbing. We want to climb at 76. But it's hot as shit, so... And let's aim for that. I'm aiming for that building on the S, basically.
Okay. Yeah, so you're aiming for your point. That if you do not pull up, that's where the plane hits. As soon as you cross over your aiming point, you should be going to idle,
Okay.
and you should be stretching the distance of that plane to bleed off the remainder of your airspeed to put it on your landing point that you've designated.
And this, by the way, is like not necessary. Like basically, it's a sort of lottery. He'll like choose something to test me on, or I will definitely do that.
100% you'll do one of those.
Okay.
Right.
You're going to do a short field and a soft field and a no flap.
Okay.
Or not a no flap, excuse me, a slip to land.
Here's 309 Juliet Foxtrot, Van Nuys
Okay,
Tower,
so we gotta work on
runway
that.
16 right, full length clear for takeoff.
16 right, full length of takeoff. Please turn out your first.
Okay. Okay. we are going to turn in a climbing turn.
Your tolerances for your short field are minus 0 feet plus 200.
Tango frequency change.
Okay, so better to be long than short.
100%, yeah. What you're basically aiming for is the very tippy top of the number.
2901, wind 15088, runway 16 left, clear touch and go.
16 left, touch and go, 322901.
The top of the number to the very end of the first centerline stripe is like 180 feet. So basically, as long as you touch down on that first centerline stripe immediately after the numbers, you've made it to your point.
Got it. I got that.
So basically, you're going to tell him you're aiming for the top of the numbers, but technically, what you're going to try and aim for is put it down on the centerline stripe.
Got it.
And there's no points for being 1 foot over your point, but there is negative points for being, but there is a check ride failure for being at 0 or -1.
And the point, you're talking about the arrow, or the bars?
No, your
piano bars.
Your landing point
is -0.
Is -0.
And so we're aim point, technically, do I tell him I'm aiming for?
Cap 433.
I will aim for the second arrow, and my landing point is the top of the numbers.
Coming from Simi Valley,
so basically you have from where the number stops to the edge of the end of the first centerline stripe. That is your aiming point.
Eastbound transition away.
Alright, so we are waiting till they get to the 45, right?
At this time, Cap 433.
We're climbing, and we're climbing. Alright, we're gonna pop in a flap.
Yep.
Wait, 1500.
It's a normal landing, except for right before touchdown, you slow down even more.
Okay, so we want to hold 80 here, so we need to get the nose down.
Yes, 100%.
And we should be turning. Well, actually, no, we don't turn.
Cherokee 61 Foxtrot, turn left 10 degrees.
The setup for the last one, was there anything to change specifically about that?
Nope. It's exactly the same as a normal setup.
Well, Juliet Foxtrot,
but keep an eye on your 45-degree point, so you don't get too far away from it.
So we are staying coordinated. We're rolling out of here
4.2,
at 1570 knots is the plan.
That's the plan, Stan.
Das ist die plan.
Yes, Sven. Yes, Sven. You must aim for your points, Sven.
Okay.
Citation 9 Golf Bravo at Charlie. Cross runway 16 left, runway 16 right, full line, clear for takeoff.
All right, cross 16 left at Charlie, clear for takeoff 16
we're going to turn.
Full length 729 Golf Bravo.
Cherokee 2901, caution wake turn, citation departing parallel.
Carolyn.
How's that?
That's fine.
15, so we're going to... And, okay, so I'm aiming for the second arrow back, rolling out, flaps. I'm going to give it some distance here. Wait turbulence from what? The passing overhead?
I don't see anyone behind us.
Giving it some distance, we have 3 flaps, all this up. We're not full rich, or we're not full rich, right?
No, we're good.
So you hear those too?
Tower to just 652.
In my...
It's at 62 Van Nuys Tower, waiting up early.
So this feels low for the aim. No, this is okay for the aim point. A little low.
Cherokee 61 Foxtrot inside of a Gulfstream 12-mile final, wind 1105, runway 16 right, clear to land.
Okay, now we're a little high.
Clear to land, 16 right, looking for the traffic.
Aim point is the arrow. We're getting a little slow.
Van Nuys Tower, experimental 125 November X-ray with Papa at Santa Susana Pass, in for landing.
November 9er Golf Bravo, contact SoCal departure.
All right, to departure, good day. Bravo, Golf Bravo.
Second arrow.
Experimental 125 November X-ray, Van Nuys Tower, squawk 0204.
Power comes out, we fly to the other end.
And then enter right base, runway 16.
Oh.
Flaps.
125 November X-ray, right.
Brakes.
Maximum brakes.
Right.
Yoke, and go.
Experimental 5 November X-ray, verified
okay.
squawk, and verify flank towards T-Sun, and then right base,
65, Tyrone, engine gauges are in the green.
0204, right base, 16 right.
Cherokee 61 Foxtrot, turn base.
Turning base, for Foxtrot.
So,
that's Tower Cherokee 4593, X-ray San Jose.
Setup is okay, right? I just came into
X-ray Van Nuys
too low.
Tower,
so I cut, basically that's pulling the power out too early.
Down experimental aircraft.
You're not stretching it enough.
2,600. Follow
But
them.
concretely, how do I stretch it?
2,
Oh,
1,
pull the
4.
nose back, nose.
Enter right base runway 16 right.
So basically that was a nose attitude issue.
Yeah, you should be running out of steam right over your landing point.
800 inbound, visual 16 right.
Jet speed 800.
Here's
Van Nuys
your-
Tower, runway 16 right.
Are you trying to show me this while we're flying the airplane?
Going to
No. I'm going to show you this while I fly the airplane.
Well, neat.
Alright, my controls.
Your controls.
1 Foxtrot,
Correct.
change 2,
Alright.
runway 16
So,
left, runway
That is your
16
aiming point, your
left,
second
clear to
arrow,
land.
right? If you do not pull up, that's what you smack into.
Yep.
You are
got it.
now going to stretch.
Bravo Warner Center with pop-up.
You are going to stretch it all the way to
990 Bravo
here,
Van Nuys
to the
Tower,
very, very tippy top of
207, make
16.
right traffic, runway 16
You need
right.
to be on the ground by the end of that center line stripe for it to count as not going long.
Okay.
If you touch the numbers, you're short.
Okay.
So this
Yeah.
this aiming point and landing point is variable at this point, depending on wind, density, things like that. You have to be able to determine what is that distance you need to kill the rest of your
Van Nuys
speed.
Tower, Van Nuys altimeter 290901
Got it.
eastbound transition.
So do not touch the number.
So aim for this, but do not touch the numbers.
Yeah, flight 433,
And also
contact Whiteman Tower,
touch before the
135.0.
end of the first runway line.
Exactly. You have a block to sit in, which is from there to there.
Cherokee 291, number 2, follow Cherokee short final, runway 16 left, clear touch and go, wind 14085.
What's this left clear touch and go, number 2, 32291?
I'm looking on short final.
And I mean, you can stretch the shit out of this thing.
Number 8, Victor Bravo, Van Nuys Tower, waiting out for our release, number 2.
It's happening. Okay, I think I got it.
Okay.
We got this.
Your controls.
Give it to my controls. 1,800 feet, 2,100 rhythms.
Traffic inside 291. So the setup is normal.
Yep.
But usually you pass your, technically like we've been using the numbers as our aiming point, and we've been bringing the power back at the numbers, but now our aiming point has been shifted back.
Got it. And so basically I could do more with the nose high, basically to, okay, anyway, I got it. I got this.
Cool.
Do I got this camera? I got this.
Cherokee 61 Foxtrot, turn left.
All right, so we are
contact ground point 7.
a beam or aim point, so we're coming back to 15, all the way up, and adding a flap. And so now we should be holding 80.
Yep.
Because this is the thing that I want to tighten up too.
Tower
Hold 80,
166
that's
Whiskey
nose down a little bit.
16 right.
Right.
166 Whiskey
Make sure
Charlie,
your
Van Nuys
power is
Tower, number
correct.
2, follow
There
Goldstream
you go.
short final, caution wake turbulence. Runway 16 right, clear to land, safe parking.
Okay.
Go to
and
land
now-
16 right, Clay Lacey.
This should be right about 500 feet per minute.
Cessna 03
Yes.
Yep,
Victor,
and now
about
we can
4
turn.
feet past the extended center line, please.
Because we're 100 feet.
We'll go 03 Victor.
I see the jet.
Experimental 5
much
November
closer than we were
X-ray
before,
traffic,
but I
10
think that's
mile
okay.
final, Challenger descending out of
And we should
4,000,
end this
indicated
at
report and
15.
sight to pass behind.
And 70.
125 November X-ray looking.
Neither of which we've done because I wasn't using enough back pressure. That's okay.
Cessna 03 Victor, contact
flap.
Whiteman Tower, 135.0.
70 knots.
Over to Wyman 03 Victor.
70 knots. Power setting. Talk me through the turn here. Now, like I'm trying to judge the
Jet speed
turn.
800, turn right when able,
So
contact
because they got the
9.7.
parallel working, you can turn it a little bit early.
Turn
Yeah.
right when
And then
able,
as you start coming around, where you can finally start seeing it, so like here you'd like start taking the bank out a little bit,
Whiskey
Yep.
Charlie traffic 2
and then just like a little bit less,
miles
until you start drifting over that center line. So you'll be even less
Even
now.
more like
behind
this.
you.
Yeah.
So this is what, like just a smidge. Okay.
5 November
And
X-ray
okay, now?
turn left 15 degrees, Challenger jet
Alright,
down
now
on
you're
6 mile
high.
final 3,300
I'm gonna-
indicator point sight. 125 November X-ray turning left 15 degrees, still looking. Cessna 90
points,
Bravo, are you going to
arrow.
make a short approach?
Yes, we can.
Kill the power.
Did it
never
kill
mind.
the power?
Yeah, you're good. You're gonna be high, but
Cessna 90 Bravo, make short approach, runway 16 right, clear to land, wind 1207.
Alright, I'm going full idle.
oh idle.
Can we slip? No, we don't want to slip this.
Experimental 5 November X-ray, they are 1 o'clock 2 miles.
Like an elevator.
61 Foxtrot, Roger, turn left on a Bravo. 125 November X-ray, gosh darn it. I do not traffic, I don't have traffic in sight.
Oh.
Experimental 5 November X-ray,
Okay,
behind
now
gun,
that's our
turn
aim
base,
point.
change to runway 16 left.
Stretch.
Change to 16 left, got the traffic, all going behind him. 125 November X-ray. Cherokee 93 X-ray, follow the experimental,
Full brakes,
change to
Flaps
runway
first,
16 left.
then the brakes,
And then the yoke.
Alright, go.
Go. Full power. So Okay, engine
November
alive,
6 Whiskey
engine's
Charlie,
good.
men sequence number 2, on a
Rotate
Skyhawk
now.
on a short right base, running 16 right, still clear to land and safe parking.
Still clear to land, number 2, Clay Lacey for 166 Whiskey Charlie.
Airspeed. Looking good. I overshot by like 10 feet, right?
It's, yep.
Okay,
But you were also fast because as soon as you touched down, you got airborne again.
Okay.
Cherokee 291 at the 101, turn left crosswind.
Left at the 101, 32291.
Experimental 5 November X-ray, Koshwake terminus for that Challenger, wind 12006, runway 16 left, clear to land.
125 November X-ray, 16 left, clear to land.
So if you were in a check ride, would you have done a go around for that?
Oh yeah.
Big time. Because we were like coming at it from space, right?
Exactly.
The setup was bad.
It should have been a controlled descent.
Okay.
Or a stabilized approach. You have to have a stabilized approach criteria, which is 500 feet per minute descent on glide slope.
90 Bravo, thank you.
Also,
Contact ground 17.
I want to get better at climbing at 76 because it's the...
Cherokee 291, turn left crosswind.
Left crosswind, 32291.
Wow, the 101 is smaller than I remember.
Yeah, well, at least we were ready for it.
Yep.
And, alright, so we're going to be holding 76.
Experimental correction at Cherokee 93 X-ray, square the base final, and
That
reduce
experimental
speed.
sounded a little bit frustrated there.
Yeah, I was...
Final, reduce speed, 93 X-ray.
Cherokee 291, extend downwind, I'll call the base.
You'll call base, 32291.
Let's get up to pattern altitude. He'll call our base. So
Galaxy
this...
8, Juliet Lima, runway 16 right, full length, line up and wait, no traffic.
The out. This is not 76.
Right, Juliet Lima.
This is about 76. Nose, I'm looking different attitude-wise.
About 10 degrees.
Cherokee 291, number 3, following a Cherokee just passing the 118. There's an experimental on a 1.5 mile final, and a Cherokee on a 2 mile final. Report the Cherokee and say.
We're number 3 and we are looking for traffic. 291.
We're
November
high.
6 Whiskey Charlie, turn left, no later Quebec, and contact ground point 7.
Do you see anybody here?
Well, the experimental's on a 1.
Head to your left,
The
1
one we're
mile
following is on a
Cherokee in the
2.
downwind to follow the Cherokee behind you.
My feet are on fire. I think I got him.
I don't have the traffic yet. I'm cleared to land at 16 left, correct?
I'm at 5 November X-ray, A firm.
A firm, good. 125 November X-ray.
Cherokee 291, extend down and call the base.
You'll call base, 291.
Galaxy 8, Juliet Lima, runway 16 right, full length, clear for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 16 right, 8 Juliet Lima.
Cherokee 93, X-ray traffic ahead to your left, 1 mile northbound along 405, a Cherokee to follow you.
Traffic inside, 93 X-ray.
What was the experimental?
Cherokee 291, Cherokee to follow, it's just to beam the VA 1600 indicated.
Looking, 291.
Just to beam the VA.
Does he want us to follow? Does he want us to extend?
Yeah, you think
he's
he said
changing
no.
his mind. I know, as soon as we find him, he'll let us have it, but...
Just to beam the VA. Okay,
inside.
Inside, 291.
Cherokee 291, follow them. Number 3, runway 16 left, cleared, touch and go.
Number 3, 16 left, clear, touch and go, 32291.
Okay, so we're cleared for a touch and go. Number 3 behind this guy, I guess?
Global
No.
8, Victor Bravo, runway 16 right,
Follow him, he
full
said,
length,
yeah.
clear for takeoff.
Okay, got him. Now 1, 2, 3, let's turn.
Experimental 5 November X-ray, stay parking.
Southwest hangars, 125 November X-ray.
Experimental 5 November X-ray, turn right at Golf, hold short, runway 16 right, remain this frequency.
Right at Golf, hold short 16 right, 125 November X-ray, remain frequency.
Afternoon Tower, expect 725, then bound for the Atlas Zulu, 16 right.
Desert 725,
I still
Van
see
Nuys
it.
Tower, wind 1007, runway 16 right, clear to land.
In the flaps.
Clear to land, 16 right, expect 725.
Galaxy 8, Juliet Lima, contact SoCal departure.
Switching over, 8 Juliet Lima, thanks a lot.
Do you still see him? I know he's ahead of us.
Which jet?
Oh.
Maybe about
Wind
right over the
100
trees.
at 7.
Yeah, iPad's gonna melt.
What did it complain?
Can you put it away for me?
Did it complain?
It did.
Oh yeah, oh my god, this thing is roasting.
Yeah, you just close it and
I'm trying to get the, there you go. Oh. It's okay, little guy.
and then put it.
5 November
I'm just gonna
X-ray at
rest
Golf,
it up
drop,
against
runway
the
16 right,
vent.
contact ground point 7, other side.
125 November X-ray, crossing 16 right, I'll go to ground.
And third notch.
Cherokee 291, Koshwake terminus, Global Express, departed the parallel.
291.
And
Cherokee 291.
291 for jet departure, and go around and start a climb up to 1,800.
That's us. Go around and 1,800, 32291. Climb.
Cram, climb.
Cram, climb. 68 positive rate.
6, correction, exit at 760, Van Nuys Tower.
76.
On short climbs going around for you at Delta, cross runway 16
he's going around
left,
for you.
runway 16 right at Delta.
So we're climbing for 1,800.
Yep.
Cross 16
and then
left on Delta.
when we hit 1,800, he's probably just going to loop us back into the
Yeah,
downwind.
I got it. 3 minutes left on this tank.
Okay.
There's a 760 expedite traffic, 4 mile final, and they're moving quick.
Roger.
Cherokee 93 X-ray, hold short, runway 16 right, remains frequency.
Hold short 16 right with you, 93 X-ray.
Okay.
Jet 725, reduce speed, 1 departure prior to your arrival.
Pulling it back, executive 725.
Global 8 Victor Bravo, contact SoCal departure.
We'll see you, Victor Bravo.
Southwest hangars, okay. So it's got to be that thing. It looks like a, it's a tail dragger, whatever it is.
Oh,
Okay. And it's small, it's very small. Could be like an extra.
We are at 18. Should we tell him?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's an extra, and he's hauling ass down there too.
So, our path is good, right?
Yep.
So we should be holding 1,800, nose over. We can get 90 knots. Okay. And we're looking for that basin to flood.
Jet 760, traffic 11 o'clock, 2 miles northbound, helicopter 1,300, no factor, contact SoCal departure.
How's the iPad? Is it going to melt?
It's hanging out by the vent right now.
Okay, cool.
Cherokee 2901, turn left crosswind.
Left crosswind 32291. We can.
Yep, just continue a nice tight swing.
How about a nice 45?
Cherokee 2901, change to my frequency 120.2.
120.2, 32291. We should be holding
Cherokee
90.
903 X-ray, golf cross runway 16 right, contact ground point 7, other side.
How's it? This is not 45. This is 45. Okay. Okay, 90 knots. We're going to power back. About
32291, left downwind.
Was that just because we were reporting on the frequency?
Exactly.
You don't say, good day, we're up here with you at...
Cherokee 291, runway 16 left, clear touch and go, and 13090.
16 left, clear, touch and go, 32291.
Alright.
We need to add some juice.
Yep, so this is the reason we came in high for the last landing, was because we started low, and you waited to get to 15 to start your turn. So you're missing that 100 foot of distance we didn't get going out.
Got it. Okay, we're cleared, so up, 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 up. Well, whatever.
Same thing if you don't put the power at 15. If you drop it to idle and then trying to hold 80,
yep,
you're going to be nosediving.
Yeah,
so you're not getting the distance away from the runway you need.
Okay, so we just passed our aim point.
Yep.
We're coming back to 15, right?
Yep.
And one flap. And now we want to hold 80.
Yep.
So let's make it nice and crisp. I want to do this right. Hold 80 knots.
Make it happen, Captain.
Yep.
Set at 652 at Charlie
we'll
cross,
change tanks when we take off.
Runway 16 right, line up and wade, traffic will cross downfield, no traffic inbound.
80. And so we should have, so kind of... Oh.
Here, there's 200 feet. Go ahead and switch. I'll hold on to the... Switch tanks.
Fuel pump on. Switch tanks. Left tank. Restart. Oops. God damn it. Okay, clock is going. Fuel pressure is good. Fuel pump off. We are at 15, so we're rolling out. So
291 wind is 120 at 8.
291, thank you. Alright, can you set that to 120?
This guy?
Yeah, that little guy.
120?
Yep, 120 at 8.
Do you want me to set it at 8 as well?
Yes, please.
Cool. Okay, 120. So we are 1,400 feet, and we're still a little slow of 70. See, this is the thing that I don't get. How you can do that and not even touch the goddamn controls, and I'm like wrestling it to the ground. Okay, my controls.
Your controls. Alright.
Would you add, thank you, and that's our third notch, correct?
Yep.
Okay. So we need some distance. But this glide slope is good, right?
Yep.
Okay. So we don't need as much distance anymore, right?
No distance, no
So now
glide.
we come back to 15.
Yes, the big thing is set your power, set your speed.
Okay, we need that distance.
So you need to set yourself to 60 and then determine your glide slope by your power setting.
Okay, so but now we can come easily back to 15.
Yes, and then when you get to, you should be getting 60 knots now, and then see where your nose is going to take you. Because right now we're fast.
60 now. Okay, aim point.
There's 60 over the aiming point. There you go, come to idle.
Stretch it.
And keep it reasonably close, and then here you should start just letting it start to come down. Flaps.
Flaps.
Brakes.
Brakes. Yoke.
Alright, go.
And go.
Long.
Yep. Full power, engine gauges are in the green. 60. Rotate. And climbing out at 76.
So this is most likely the stretching or the inability for this plane to come down is most likely from the heat coming off of the pavement, keeping us airborne longer.
Got it.
So you got two options. Slow down even more, or push your aiming point farther back.
But you can give yourself more in an aiming point? That doesn't...
yeah.
Right.
If you're like, oh, I want to come at this thing at 150 knots and point at the end of the runway and stretch it all the way to there, as long as you can put it in the same 100 feet, or 200 feet. I mean, ideally, your aiming point and your landing point will be as close to possible as you can make them. You're literally supposed to be coming in at like stall speed, and just going right on your spot.
Right.
So because we're coming in at 60, we need a little bit of time to lose the extra speed. Ideally, like I would say, like your aiming point should be the chevrons, the three little chevrons, and your landing point would be the threshold.
Okay.
Like literally they would be right next to each other, and you'd be coming at that point with like no speed, stall horn blasting at you, coming straight forward, and then just enough rotation to stop yourself from slamming into the ground.
Neat. All right. Let's see what we can do. I guess I sort of banged into my head. Remember a few landings we did where we just dropped 5 feet?
Yeah.
That's what I'm like resisting right now, I can tell. Because I was like, you should never be too slow because you'll just drop.
Yeah. No, you need to be slow.
But we can shave 10. Okay, nose forward. Let's get that airspeed.
Oh, do you remember the stall speed with the flaps out?
Shit out?
Yeah.
54.
That's with flaps in.
So, then with flaps out, it's 50?
It's like 48.
48?
Yeah. So we got to find a place to bleed off basically 12 knots. 12, 40, 50, yeah, it's like 12 knots. We got to find that distance we're supposed to be losing that 12 knots.
Okay. Fuel pump is off.
Cherokee 291, runway 16 left, clear for the option.
Clear for the option, 16 left, 32901. Fuel pump goes on, everything's up. This is staying there. That's good. So we're good there. We're looking for our aim point, which is still the second arrow back. Yep. We are at correct altitude, airspeed's okay, little bumpy, we like bumpy. We're passing it, so we're coming back to 1500.
Yeah, we are.
And we're holding 80, or we're getting the speed down to 80 knots. And we're just doing the math off of, what the hell was that? Okay. Okay, so this is 80 knots.
That's 75.
Okay.
That's 80.
And we want to start our turn kind of
like 1650 or so.
Okay. So
I mean, look back at your spot. You're like right over the top of it.
I am trying to do altitudes, not spots. But maybe should I be doing?
It's a combination of both, right? There's a reason that you have to. It's 45 and roughly 1500 should wind up roughly about the same spot because right now you're high.
Okay. Now we're at 15. Okay. So okay. And we're gonna ease our turn in.
Now, how do you feel?
High.
Yep.
And let's see if we can do. So with the okay. So the problem with this right now is if we keep that up like this, we'll come in like a rocket.
Exactly. Our speed will be too high.
So we can get to the glide slope by going up.
You have to bring the nose up to bleed the speed.
Right.
Which causes you to climb. So the only other remedy we have is going to idle.
Which we're doing.
And eventually, like, you need to lose so much altitude, it doesn't work.
But here, I think we might...
Well, considering that was your point right here.
Oh, shush. Okay, flaps down, full brakes, and we're good, right? Nose back.
Yep, go.
Cool, now we're good?
Yep.
Missed it, but not a bad landing.
You were still, you were still inside your 200 feet.
Wait, I made it?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
So that was actually what it passed?
Yeah. Yeah, would have been fine.
Huh. Shit, alright. Also, how would you rate that as a landing?
High, you were high. No stabilized approach.
Oh, I meant the actual touchdown.
Oh, that's fine, yeah. You gotta be a little bit snappier on the flaps to break in the yoke. It should be as soon as you finish with one, you start the other.
Okay.
Flaps, brakes, yoke.
Yep.
About that speed. Flaps, brake, yoke.
Flaps, brake, yoke. You're playing for a second.
Me plane.
You're playing.
Me plane.
I make the drink.
Cherokee 291, a Challenger's departing. They will pass on your right side.
What? And 291, we'll keep an eye out for him.
Woo! It is toasty up in here.
Yeah, it's fucking toasty.
I don't know if the camera needs to know this, but my titties is sweating.
Well, it's going on the internet now.
Oh, God.
That's why you gotta wear a tank top, bro.
Oh, you know, those Active Pilot tank tops they've been selling.
Do they sell those? I'd be all over that.
The Active Pilot branded, it's just these missing sleeves.
Yeah, you just
polo neck.
It's a muscle shirt, baby.
Polo neck and everything.
35 minutes, 325,
so,
holding short 16 left at Charlie.
Alright, give me 45 degrees.
35 23 Foxtrot, Van Nuys Tower, split basin left down to
right to the hour.
1,800 to your north of the airport. Runway 16 left, cleared for takeoff.
So,
16 left, cleared for takeoff. Below 1,000.
Let me demonstrate something to you.
Okay.
Hopefully he gives it to us. So, my plane, 21.
So you need maybe a smidge more for the heat.
No, the speed's correct, because I'm looking for 90 knots.
No, I meant the power.
Yeah, I know, the speed's correct though, 90 knots. It's just my altitude sucks. So what happens is, you wind up starting a little bit low, like you shouldn't.
Yep.
Because you're sitting there doing this, and the speed, when you're correcting, is like this. Like, oh no, I gotta get that back if you don't touch anything. So we're just gonna start a little bit low and a little bit slow. On purpose.
Okay.
And hopefully he'll give us our little clearance here in a second. Ooh.
291 down with the beam.
Clearance, give me the clearance, give me the clearance.
Cherokee 291, runway 16 left, cleared for the option, and I'll call your base turn.
Alright, clear for the option, and you'll call the base 291.
Well, that ship sailed.
Alright, it's all yours.
My plane.
There, see what happens is now we're supposed to be like turning now, and if you look at your point. It's literally almost right off to the left side of your wing.
But you should have it at the 45 behind you, right?
Correct, yeah. They should meet right about the same time.
Right.
So it's not just about picking your altitude. I should be turning because I'm at this altitude. What happens if you had a really bad side look?
291, you're following the Cessna, a mile ahead and to your left at 1,600 on final. Report when you have the Cessna.
Looking for traffic. We got him inside. 32291.
3291, excellent. Number 2, runway 16 left, still clear for the option.
Clear for the option. 16 left. 32291. I'm Cessna.
I'm the Cessna.
Cessna. I met a guy in Italy. Okay, hang on. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Wasn't Italian.
Cherokee 32 Foxtrot, squawk 0251.
Squawk 0251.
So here, kind of all bets are off, right? We don't.
Exactly.
It's different. We just need to join the glide slope.
Yep.
But. Okay. We're gonna Dos notches.
Dos nochos.
This, it's so funny as you're in the student pilot journey and you read about spins, and then you're like turning base to final, and you're like, ah, I get it. They don't really happen in cruise.
No.
Okay, hang on. We are up in space, so let's get to 15. Gotta rue that reckoning.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna add our third, which is we learned is mostly drag.
Yep.
And now it's distance and altitude.
And glory.
The glory, baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we actually want to go. We want to dip down because we're too high on the glide slope.
Correctamundo.
Okay, so we're idle.
So what you want to do is keep your speed though. That way when you're on glide slope, you're not now fighting for speed.
You mean like right now?
Right now you're perfect on your speed, and as soon as glide slope comes back in, when you reintroduce your power to what it should be, then you don't have to worry about getting your speed back in.
Okay.
That's why we don't just go, oh, we're high, and then shove the nose down, because the speed will pick up like crazy, and then how do you fix it? Pitch back up.
But I'm like
you're perfect.
20, yeah, but that's like 1900, 1800 because of the wind. But, oh, I see. It's like a VOR. Okay, so now we're fucking high, so we need to get to...
Oh, you're right about on.
A little fast.
And 32 Foxtrot, get a frequency change.
32 Foxtrot, you can contact Whiteman on 135.0.
A little bit of juice to make sure we're over top of it.
35.
Okay, now we're clear. Now we're a little slower, but we're coming down to 15. Okay, this is our aim point. So we got, this is our aim point.
Yep.
And now we're gonna...
A little early.
A little early, but that's okay, right? So flaps down, full brakes, and
yoke.
the yoke.
All right, go.
Go.
In this context, it was fine, but on the check ride, it's not.
What do you mean? Being under?
Early.
Early.
Because your tolerance for being early is 0 feet.
Right.
You are simulating that basically you...
We hit a tree.
Not you hit a tree, there's no runway there.
Oh, okay. Big whoop.
Yeah, it's just like everyone always goes, okay, the top of the numbers, and you're trying to park it as close to the top of the numbers you can get it. It's like, why? You're more likely to screw up if you're trying to hit 0 feet than if you're trying to hit 100 out of 200.
So that's, you mean the front of the numbers? People trying to aim at the front. They should be aiming, when you say top,
the
further away part.
The south side of the number.
We should be aiming for the south side.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay. People try to aim for the north side.
Well, not the north side, but they're trying to get as close to the numbers they can get. Like they're looking for like 5 feet past the number, they're trying to get the wheels down.
Yeah.
It's like, no. What you're actually aiming for is trying to hit that center line stripe.
I should really do every landing like that, actually.
Uh-huh.
Like when I'm practicing by myself. Because they're good landings.
This demonstrates controllability of the aircraft.
Okay.
Speed management.
So I'm going to practice every... Honestly, like, I know it's not... okay, we're gonna turn, because we're over the noise abatement. Okay, let's give a nice climbing coordinated turn. Do we like what we see?
Yeah, everything looks good. Yeah, the short fields are airspeed management and like positioning the airplane. Can you control it enough to the point where you can repetitively put it in a 400-foot spot over and over and over again? Do you know your aircraft well enough that you know where your gliding distance is from that point?
Right.
Can you routinely come in at 60 knots? Like that's controllability of the aircraft.
90 knots. Get back to 20, call it 21. So let's stay. Okay, we're a little bit. All right, we're kind of happy with that. So yeah, got it. But coming in like I did with like power to slow down, is that like a legal move?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Would you call it like shitty technique, or was it?
I mean, ideally, you don't touch the throttle at all until you cross your aiming point.
2901, runway 16 left, clear for the option.
Clear for the option, 16 left, 32291.
Okay, so now we're slow and low. Well, So let's get up to the correct spot.
Ideally, you would go 15, and then you do your stuff in order, and you wouldn't touch the power. You'd leave it alone until you cross your aiming point. Then the power comes to idle, and then you stretch out your glide.
Okay. So we're looking for 80 knots here, and about 1650.
No.
Huh?
About 1550.
Oh, well, that's to start the turn?
Yeah.
And that's beyond our 45, so right about here, right? That's 1550.
Because look, you're staying at 1550 pretty much all the way through the turn.
Yeah, we are. That's your fault. And we're at the correct airspeed, or now we're bridging on slow. We're gonna roll out, add a flap. Eyes on the aim point. We should be holding 70. 1500 here is kind of okay, right?
We should be out maybe 100 yards that way, but because you were again high.
Still high. Okie dokie.
This is where usually like spins occur, is like on this,
right here.
on this turn.
Base, yeah, because it's the slowest. And probably the place where people make panic movements.
It's usually a cross-controlled stall.
Yeah. Just like, okay, so we are aim point, maybe a little high. Not crazy high, but a little high. Aiming for the arrows. Airspeed looks good. Now we're coming in high. We're starting to drop. Aiming point. I'm transitioning to the okay. Okay, flaps, brakes, and yoke,
and go.
And go. Assessment?
Early. You landed too early.
What am I aiming for?
Aim for the top of the number. Do not touch the actual number.
Okay, I was too early.
You're aiming for the south side of the number.
Yeah, I was too early.
What you're actually aiming for, to make sure that your margins are good on each side, is the center, the very first center line stripe after the number.
Okay.
That's what you're aiming for, to make sure that you're not early and you're not late.
The very first, okay.
Yep.
359er, 325
So,
Terra westbound approach.
aiming point, second arrow, landing point, top of the number. What you're trying to actually put the wheels on is the first center line stripe.
On the 10 mile final.
So,
Roger, keeping the speed up, approved for the transition behind the Gulfstream 65.
okay.
225 affirmative, transition approved, NS altimeter 2990.
990.
10 minutes left on this tank.
Okay.
Cherokee 325, turn direct westbound now.
Oh, so authoritative.
Direct west, 65.
So this is about 76. 1500. Getting over the noise abatement area. We make the turn. Nice, crisp turn.
Crispy. See someone they bought a pig and it was named Chris P. Bacon?
I didn't see that. Is that something I should have seen?
No. It was on what is that?
On the internet?
It was like a farm, one of those like 4-H fairs or whatever they're called.
Oh, yeah.
Cherokee 32 Foxtrot, you can continue your climb as well.
4-H made it out here. I thought there was an East Coast thing.
At 2 o'clock and 3 mile.
Yeah, Chris P. Bacon.
I get it.
He's good, he's fun.
Alright, so we're
Gulfstream inside, 35.
So my problem is I've been starting too high. No, too low. Too low.
Oh, you've been hot. You've been doing your turn too soon.
Okay.
32 Foxtrot, excellent. Do you want flight following to the west? If so, say destination.
Yeah, 325 Star would like flight following, destination Catalina.
Avalon.
Via the coastal route, 325.
AVX.
and 291 is to beep the numbers.
Cherokee 291, runway 16 left, clear for the option. Caution wake turbulence for Gulfstream for the parallel. Additional traffic, 4 mile final is another Gulfstream for the parallel.
Alright, we're cleared for a touch and go on 16 left, and we're looking for the wake turbulence. 32391. You don't look for wake turbulence, but... Okay, 1500, everything is up. We've got our...
32 Foxtrot, squawk 4611.
1500, one flap immediately, but we're over the VA, so that's a little further away than we normally are. 80 knots.
Yeah, we don't look for wake turbulence, we find it.
Shush, shush, shush. I'm just going to turn because we're already like far away.
Oh, okay, that'll work. Go, 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 found you. Oh, world's worst game of hide and seek.
Alright, but at this distance, so this is too far away.
32 Foxtrot, contact SoCal to the west, 134.2.
134.2, yeah. 35.
So we should be slowing up. And, okay.
Cherokee 291, Gulfstream, mile and a half off your right.
Inside.
Inside 201. Got him in sight for real?
Yeah, I do. Our wing just covered him.
Neat. Alright, we're getting a little slow. I'm gonna flap us. Okay.
It is toasting.
Yeah, I'm gonna get onto a little bit, just a little bit.
Only 101 degrees.
50. Aim point is good. Airspeed is good. Power is okay. This feels like we might be a little bit tiny smidge low. No, we're actually good. Now is where we have the tendency to get fast. See the jet. Okay.
Still touch the number.
Shush. Well, okay, sorry.
Perhaps brake yoke.
Yoke and
go.
Ooh, a little too fast. Airspeed is alive, engine gauges are in the green. 65, rotate.
Alright, scoot your point up 1 arrow.
Yeah, okay.
I think the air is getting thin, we're not getting as much lift to it as we normally do.
Do you think in it, so but normally when you're teaching that's like what?
2, yeah.
Are there any other, so that's a short field landing.
Oh yeah, we can do no flaps. We could try that. Let's do one where you scoot it forward, and then we'll transition to the slipped lands. Okay.
Man, remember when we were first doing landing training? I could only do like 45 minutes of this until I couldn't even like say my name.
Yeah.
It's cool to make that sort of progress.
Yeah, and I mean, look at the way you're like handling the controls right now, right?
Huh? Like a boss.
Yeah, exactly. Before it's like.
Well, I actually don't really notice.
No, you were actually pretty good with the controls. But like getting on center line and remaining on center line and stuff like that, like
that shit was impossible in the beginning.
We always wound up like left or right. I don't remember. I think it was left, but we always wound up left. And every time we'd straighten out, you drift to the left again.
I think we're high. We're not high.
Yep.
All right, let's see. So this is a 30-degree turn.
Yes, correct.
And that's kind of the most you want to be doing in the pattern,
correct.
Right? Yeah. So I shouldn't be trying to show off for Dennis and tell him I can do a 45.
In the pattern?
A climbing 45 in the pattern?
No. Do you know how a cross-controlled stall happens?
Yeah, people uncoordinated, get too slow when they're like turning, and because it's a turn, it's a higher stall speed anyway.
Well, how do you wind up uncoordinated in a turn?
Not compensating, well, overcompensating or undercompensating for the P factor, rudder.
No, not so much on this one. It's actually a visual problem.
listening.
Okay, so if you put in left rudder, which way does the aileron droop?
If you put in left rudder, the
plane goes that way, right?
Yeah.
Like if you don't hold it level, and you just do this, the plane naturally wants to dip that way, right? So what happens is you wind up trying to, that's it.
That's it?
I'm waiting for him to say something.
beam.
Cherokee 291, runway 16 left, clear for the option.
Clear for the option, 16 left, 32291.
Everything is up. Let's come back to 15 hundo. And add a notch of lippis. And so we are already a little bit low, but we're
also a little bit long, so.
Okay, so let's just keep one flap. We're clear for the option, let's just turn.
Yep. So what happens is people will do this turn, right?
This turn.
Actually, it's not this one, it's the next one coming up to final. And they'll be looking at it and they'll realize they're gonna overshoot.
Okay.
Right, they're gonna wind up past it. So you sneak in more rudder to try and whip the back end around, and then what happens is the wing starts dipping over like crazy. So they fight the dip, and then all of a sudden you're cross-controlled.
Flap. Got it.
Yeah, it's this turn that screws people, because you're already slow is the big problem.
And we can do our third flap beforehand if we
Yeah,
want.
absolutely.
Good. We just don't want to do it in the turn.
Exactly. So here you go, oh no, I'm not going to make it. Let me just throw in a little bit more rudder. And then you go, okay, the plane is way banking too much. A little bit of right aileron to correct it.
And you're saying that's how they die?
That's how the spin happens.
Okay, so this is probably what it looks like during the shuttle re-entries?
Yeah, I think it's 10,000 feet a minute for that thing.
Can we slip in?
You can.
Okay, so full
wind check.
Good point.
Wind 160 at 6.
Okay.
Down the runway at 6.
Yep, pretty much. All right, so 1613. So it's actually a left, but you'll dip the wing to the left and then insert the right aileron, or excuse me, the right rudder, left aileron.
Just like this?
Yep. And then this is your guide. You got to be careful about your speeds.
So okay, I'm awesome. Okay, we did it. We got what we need.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm aiming. I got it. Never mind.
This compass processes like a champ. Right here. Just make sure you're completely clear now that that's underneath you. Good. Well, a little long, but
better long than short, right? Flaps, brakes, yoke,
and go.
And we go. Okay, full power, and now we're going to do some slippies.
Yeah, some slippy slips.
Engine gauges are green, airspeed is alive. We're going to pop in a flap at the end. So we've rotated, and now, bup, bup, and we are out.
You would do it before the rotation, but...
Oh, good to know. No, it's good to know, because that's why I didn't do it by myself the first time.
It is only necessary if you are not going to be airborne. If you're already airborne, you don't need them.
Okay.
I mean, unless there's like a pole or something at the end of it, and you're like, oh shit. Yeah.
All right, 29 minutes and 53 seconds. Fuel pump is on. Yeah, thanks. Jesus.
Do the whole pattern with two notches flaps in?
You could, right? And then 76, positive rate.
C.
Okay. And, okay, now back to our fuel saga.
Okay.
Actually, let's do it in, no, we're good. Your plane.
Our plane.
Fuel pump is on.
Your fuel pump is on.
And right tank.
Your tank is on the right.
Tank is on the right. Clock is ticking.
The reset is out.
Fuel pressure is good. Fuel pump is off.
How
much fuel did we have?
Like 19 and 15.
So enough.
Oh yeah, like 3 hours worth of fuel.
Alright.
This handle is spicy. Yeah, so it's just like, oh, I'm going to overshoot, let me just throw in some more of this, and then all of a sudden, you go, no. So you wind up throwing in a bunch of right aileron to keep the nose from dropping over, and you wind up in a spin.
And by the way, the way to not do that is to not put, so like reduction of rudder, not addition of ailerons is what gets you out of that.
Yeah.
And make sure the nose comes down.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, at that point, like, just overshoot the freaking runway. It's that tendency to like, I can't overshoot that runway.
Yeah.
I mean, it happens. It's an accident, you know.
Cherokee 2901, runway 16 left, clear touch and go. Traffic, Gulfstream 4 mile final for the parallel runway, caution, wake turbulence.
Clear, touch and go, 16 left, 32291.
So we're cleared, so up, 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 and this is going to be actually probably a little bit richer. I'm sorry, less rich, right? It's not full rich. It is full rich. Is it full rich?
Well,
we just covered the whole spectrum. The landing checklist should be mixture best power or full rich.
It is more or less lean for rich.
Love that. All right, so we're low.
Gulfstream inside 291.
Cherokee 291, roger.
All right, so let's come back to 15. Ooh, we like a little bump. Oh wait, do we need more distance?
We're going to be a little bit, we want to come in a little bit high so we can demonstrate that we can slippage.
So should we just climb?
No, you can just leave the power higher than it should be.
Okay. We'll leave it at like 18.
Yeah, exactly.
And we're slipping, we're not using flaps.
No, well, Dennis uses flaps for this. I say don't use flaps for it because in the Cessnas it's not recommended to do it. But
I guess that's because the flaps are slower, like less responsive?
It's more drag, so you're more likely to slow yourself down, and I don't know if the plane is necessarily engineered to do a slip with flaps in.
Okay.
It's placarded in the Cessna, no slips with flaps.
So we got no flaps right now.
Okay.
But we're in the range, so let's add flap. And so, I see the Gulfstream off the nose. We're going to stay to the left of him.
So you never use power with the slip. That defeats the purpose of slipping.
So
it will be idle, and then you're dropping the wing into the wind and the opposite rudder.
Okay, well, let's get there first. We can do it with the notch?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can do it with the second one because you're going to need it.
Okay.
All right.
Let's straighten level.
Yep.
And
idle.
Full idle.
Left aileron, right rudder.
Ready?
Wind 1306.
Yeah, 130. Yeah. This is centerline control. This is the amount of drop.
Okay.
So.
Right? Is that correct?
Yep. And this does not move. This is all centerline control, like this.
You got it.
Right, so if you don't do anything, we want it being pushed.
But if we...
And then we can use this to come back.
But the wings dropping is aileron?
Because the wind is pushing us this way.
Okay.
So we're fighting it.
And so now...
So as you come up on your center line, you're basically using this to steer down the center line. Trying to keep your speed reasonably, like 70 right here. Then take everything out. There you go, normal landing.
And are we doing this over, we just need to get it down there, we don't have a mark at any point?
First third of the runway.
Okay. Thank you.
Fire in the hole.
Ready?
I was born ready.
Click, click. And we are off. Shit, you're right, that's like, you're out of there. You're out of there. 66, positive rate. Oh, sorry, that's 68. And now 76.
41, positive rate.
Come on. Damn. She does not. 76. Okay.
Yeah, you have to find a way to smoothly get in and out of the slip.
Right. Yeah.
And, don't be doing this a lot with the controls.
You just kind of want to set it.
Yeah, exactly.
I guess that's like most airplane movements. You notice the really skilled people just set it. Like when you do it, you're just like, we're in a turn. I'm like, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it.
Yeah. Too much, not enough. Too much, not enough.
Yeah.
I gotta keep bouncing. Yeah.
All right. And 15, and let's set it.
Set it and forget it.
How's that? That's set, right?
I guess.
I mean, you guess. That sounds like a no to me.
Well, you keep bouncing between like 30 and 20, but...
Touch aircraft Benavides, Quebec, current wind 1105, altimeter 2989, runway 16 right and left use, Quebec.
Nice. We're like the only ones in the pattern, so...
I know, right?
Thank you for Quebec, sir. Yeah, you just have
Cherokee disregard.
Cherokee disregard, apparently. Yeah, like you need to... So the wind's coming from this...
Cherokee 901, number 1, runway 16 left, clear touch and go.
Clear touch and go, 16 left, 32291.
So if the wind's coming from this way, it'd be this aileron down, and then that rudder.
So aileron, so
Into the wind.
Turn into the wind and rudder opposite.
Correct.
Okay, so let's get in the fucking pattern.
Dude, look at that cloud. Yeah.
Oh, there were thunderstorms in the valley.
When?
I don't know, a couple days ago.
It's
Like
supposed to be this weekend.
the day, I think the day that I canceled flying.
Oh, okay.
And because I was talking to, I went to PT and okay, so set up normally except without the flaps. Or okay, so we're clear for the touch and go. Everything's up, up, up. But we want to be a little high, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Not ridiculous, but enough.
I'm good at that.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna add a.
Okay.
We're in the range. Okay, but that's the only flap we're gonna do.
Yeah. First or second.
All right. So. And we're at 45, so let's just get turning. And we still want to turn and roll out of this at 80. 70.
70.
And that's not.
We sneak in just a little bit more power so we're a little bit higher. There we go. Because it's hot, we're sinking. Alright.
Okay. 80.
I think the thing is just not jamming in like everything at once. Going like full rudder, full aileron. It's a like a smooth input for both.
All right. And we have wind coming from
110.
So it's to the left, from the left.
Yes. Okay. So you realize now you're high.
Okay, so now we're high. So full idle.
Drop the wing.
Drop the wing.
180
a little right rudder.
180 at 3.
So throw some right rudder in there.
Okay, so now, okay, so more right rudder.
Yep.
And more aileron left. It's okay that, oh yeah, I see.
That was too much aileron.
Oh yeah.
The amount of pressure you put on the rudder determines how quick you sink.
So I'm going to go more.
So you can get that out of it.
But you have to compensate with this.
With the aileron, yep.
And by the way, that takes, and.
So about here, you want to just smoothly to start taking both of them out. There you go.
And.
Are you at Eadley?
Yep, we're Eadley. And flaps down. Let's hit the brake. Whoa, whoa, whoa,
go,
whoa.
Go, go, go.
Go, go. Oh.
Got plenty of room.
All right, rotate. You smell that?
A little bit of rubber?
Yeah. Okay. All right, let's do another one of these.
Okay.
And what are the other landing techniques we need to do? Is that's the 3 of them?
Short field, soft field, no flap, slip to land.
What's the difference? So we've been
slip to land with flaps. So let's try a no flap landing with no slip.
And which one's that? That's
just a no flap.
Okay, so short field, soft field?
Short field, soft field, no flap, and then a slip to land.
But the short, what's the difference between the short and soft field?
The soft is the one where you basically leave the flaps completely up. The ones we did in El Mirage, where you just rock around with the yoke all the way back without touching the brakes.
So that's the, okay. So we've been doing short field.
Yeah, we did a soft field for the first one. Check it out. So like the short field is if we're pretending the runway is short. A soft field, we're pretending the runway is soft.
I mean, sure. I understand that. That wasn't the part where you weren't losing me on that. But the technique is the actual difference in the technique is on the ground.
And the speed, the speed on the approach for the short field is 5 knots slower.
And you have to aim to a very specific point.
Exactly.
Cherokee 901, runway 16 left, wind 1503, clear touch and go.
Clear touch and go, 16 left, 3291.
Alright, winds are 15, so again it's a left dip on the wing.
But we're doing no flaps.
Exactly.
No flaps and a slip.
No, let's try no slips.
No slip, just no flap.
This one is
long as shit.
Airspeed is super important. Right. Your airspeed should be exactly the same. Speed should be the same, but you're coming in at a nose high altitude.
Okay, so we are a beam. Everything's up, 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 and we're going to come down to 15. And now we're just trying to manage our speeds.
Yep, and if you need trim,
80.
Trim it.
Okay. Well, we might need some trim back.
That way you don't lose it when you're like paying attention to something else.
But we want to be at 80, right?
Correct.
Nose high a little bit more. And so, so everything else is the same, right?
Yep.
Okay, so we should be turning. Need a little bit of, probably need less power than I think, right?
Yep, because you're slippery.
Yeah. So we need a little bit more than that.
You're like an octopus.
And, okay.
Cherokee 291, caution wake terminus departing Embraer off the parallel runway.
Terra 1.
We're just gonna. Okay, so once I know we've made the runway here, oh, that Embraer, okay. We're super fast.
Wind 1904.
190 at 4. Is that what you think 190 at 4 is?
Yeah, stock kind of points in that direction.
Okay, we are still super fast, so you say we can't slip this thing?
Nope.
Well, we're not going to make it. Hang on, maybe? So we can use a little power. Okay, and we're going?
And go.
We're on the go. P factor, airspeed's okay. Taking right back off again. 76. No flaps to worry about. Cautioning the wake turbulence. We're trimmed back a smidge, so actually we're trimmed. This is what 76 should look like.
Yep, pretty much.
So will he be real impressed if I
managed to stick to 76?
Yeah.
No, you don't impress Dennis at all. No one ever does.
Alright, I got one more in me for sure.
Okay.
And let's do it.
Let's try another no flap.
Yeah, it was
no flap, no slip.
And by the way, I would like everyone to know that the flaps weren't there to slow me down, and I didn't really compensate.
Because most of the time on that approach we were doing 80 knots.
Yeah, I know.
And it's just like, how are you going to bleed that speed?
Yeah, totally.
You got to pitch up, and then what happens? Your aiming point just disappears underneath you. Super critical to keep your pitch attitude nose up for those.
Yeah, and
trim it out. Absolutely, trim it out.
Yeah, okay, good.
It's like when we do the engine outs. Like, just take the second or two to trim it.
Yeah. So right now, we're
high, nose high.
But that's actually okay, right? We want.
Well, when you bring the power back, it should.
Is a chopper gonna come underneath us? No factor. Hopefully, no factor.
Chili Whopper left to right. Is that what he's doing?
Left to right, yeah. He's gonna pop out. There's also there's two of them. One's underneath.
Cherokee 901, running 16 left. Clear, touch and go. Caution, wake terminus departing Embraer off parallel.
Clear, touch and go. 16 left. 32291.
I see him.
We don't need a caution wake turbulence. We don't need to say shit about that. Just a caution. All right, so okay, that was our punto de aim. We're gonna come back to 15, and everything is the same. We're gonna hold 80, so we're descending, right? That's not the hard part.
Well, look at your vertical speed.
Yep. Oh.
You're doing 800 feet a minute. So now when you turn in, because you're at your spot, your altitude, you're too early.
I see.
No, you want to be scrubbing speed right now.
You're getting rid of it, you mean?
Yep. So
let's trim it. You idled me out? Okay.
Just manage your airspeed with your pitch.
Yep.
Remember, you are super slippery.
Did I just hit you? No. So this is an okay pitch.
Watch it on the turn. No power. You don't need it.
Even from here?
I would bet we're still fast on the approach.
Well, okay.
Wind 1309er.
Okay, so now we need to bring that nose. Okay. Still. Is this about the right pitch?
Yep.
But we're still high. But our airspeed is actually kind of on point.
Yep.
And we're going around. Trim, climb, clean. Turn one is going out. And we're trim nose high.
Cherokee number again?
We were going around 32291.
Alright, copy.
See? Even then, still too fast.
Yeah, I saw that.
I'm telling you, man, you're slippery. It's like impossible to lose speed. You have to be very cautious about your speed and your altitudes.
And also the trim, man.
Oh yeah, the go-arounds on those things suck because you got a bunch of nose-up trim.
Well, yeah. Let's see. Although our nose end, we're okay.
About 10 up? Yep, about 10 up. All right, let's do it again.
Let's do it again.
Find your speed, and you're turning early. Every single time you've been turning early, so we've been winding up high on approach.
Turning
early from your downwind to your...
Cherokee 901, turn left downwind.
Left downwind 391.
On your bases, you've been turning your bases too early.
Got it. Hey, by the way, when they say left downwind and you're in the upwind, you just roll through, right?
Yep.
Good, because I did that and I was like, oh my god, please don't yell at me. Sounded like it makes sense.
I mean, where does he want you?
In the downwind.
Yeah, get in the downwind.
Yeah. So who's this other DPE that,
The cable guy?
Is he called the cable guy?
No, he's from cable. Apparently there's two. Amin knows one guy, and you have to be like recommended. And Amin's been recommended by him, so we can sneak in. Amin says if you fail a check ride with him, you shouldn't be flying.
Ooh, man.
I was like, ooh.
You know, my dad had, one of the instructors he had said like, it was something about stalling, and he said if you get up in those conditions and you spin the plane, you shouldn't ought to be flying.
Yeah.
He was like real southern.
Cherokee 901, runway 16 left, clear touch and go, wind 1309er.
Clear touch and go, 16 left, 32291.
Alright.
One of the other instructors, Devin, did a check ride with this like big guy from the south.
So you said I've been turning too late, early. Turning too early.
Go 15.
So we're clear. We're gonna go 15.
80 knots.
So that means we gotta nose this bitch back. Back.
Too much.
Okay. Just
look at your power setting.
Oh, that's 80 miles an hour.
Look at your power setting.
Power setting's good.
It's been at like 14 the last couple times.
Oh, okay. And now we turn?
No.
VA?
No.
I'm at the hospital, not the airspeed.
There we go. Wait. Go ahead.
Now we turn.
Watch your airspeed.
Got it. And we're at about 1,500 over the VA.
It's not the VA. VA's over there.
That's... I swear I wasn't pointing at that by accident, but that's like pretty low, right? But you're saying that...
Well, it's because your airspeed's fast right now. Just bring the nose up.
Okay. And now we can roll in 70 knots. We're cleared for the touch and go.
If you're going to do that, make sure you pitch up. Because look
right.
at your speed.
Yep.
Wind 13010.
130. I see, I see. Oop, it's too much. Okay, we're not going to sink as fast as we think, and we're fast, so let's pull it back. Okay, now we're sort of managing so stage of ahead of 70. How do we look now? A little high?
Better.
Better, but high, right?
Oh, you're right on. 1,000 feet over the trees, you just think you're high, because you're looking at the sky.
A little shearing, maybe? Get back over that center line. And we know this bitch wants to float. Come on.
Alright, let's call it.
He said touch and go. Can we stop?
Yeah, you can stop.
Okay. We pull this.
291, we're going to go right at Golf. Cherokee 291, roger, turn right, taxi to Golf, hold short 116 right, minimum frequency.
Alright, main on frequency, hold short 16 right at Golf 32291.
Cherokee 291, cross, runway 16 right at Golf, contact ground 0.7 on the other side, good day.
Cross 16 right at Golf, and we'll over to ground. 391. Thank you. Good day. We're good cross, right?
Yep.
You're supposed to like zip over, right?
Yep.
You don't lazily cross.
Exactly, and then here you would, yep.
You know what we do now?
Clean up.
Fucking clean up. That's what we do. Anytime you are hard on the brakes, you want to nose the yoke back, right?
Correct.
Chopper out there. Cool. Okay, so we clean up this bitch. So over to ground. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. 1200.
Burbank Turbo 18.7, good day.
We're listening. Flaps are down. Trim reset. And so we go. This is good. This is good. Fuel pump off. This is off. This is off. That's our taxi configuration. We're good. But that's only because it's a million. Okay. We're over
16 right at Golf.
Van Nuys ground, Cherokee 32291, 16 right at Golf, Park.
Cherokee 32291, going to go control taxi, Prop Park via Alpha.
Prop Park via Alpha, 32291, thanks.
Park. Oof. God. Yeah, that hot air, I tell you.
It's
refreshing.
I hope my fucking iPad still works.
Oh, it's in the same spot too. Oh yeah. Feel it. It's been sitting on the air vent.
Hey, I can't really feel it. What does it feel like? Cool. Good.
I'm definitely moving to the back seat because as soon as you scoot back, it's gonna crush it. So back in the back seat.
All right. All right.
Yeah. Anytime you need to come to a faster than normal stop, flaps immediately go down. You're unloading the wings, right? You're transferring as much weight as you can onto the brakes. Then you apply enough brakes to get the nose to start sinking into the runway, and that way when you yank back, you don't get airborne again.
Yeah, okay.
So flaps are down, you feel yourself sink into the ground, brakes, start slowing the plane down, transfer the weight
really
from the front to the back.
Short field.
Yep.
Those look like DHL planes.
Oh no, they're from Quebec.
Transition approved, Van Nuys altimeter 2989er.
Question for you. He said touch and go.
You can always get off the runway.
Really?
Even on touch and go, yes.
Okay. Because I remember somebody corrected me a couple times. I said, all right. He said clear for touch and go. I said clear for the option. He's like, nope.
That is not the same thing.
But the option is to...
The option includes a stop and go.
Oh.
Yep. And the option can be a low approach. It can be a
I understand.
Yeah, it includes everything.
So coming to a complete stop is always an option.
Correct.
I didn't realize that. Okay.
Yeah, because what if you're like, we came down like 3/4 of the way down the runway with like 20 knots. It's just like, well, I gotta take off because like I'm not allowed to stop.
River 742.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah,
Yeah, an aborted takeoff is always an option.
The ramp 742.
Aborted. Okay, got it.
A little fast there, sir.
Little fast. Little fast.
You almost aborted me out the side of the plane.
Your discretion southbound if you'd like.
Is it-
Traffic in the pattern.
You know what's weird is that's a Mooney, right?
Yep, because the tail goes forward.
I love that look.
Like a mohawk.
Yeah, like a mohawk. It's weird. Recently when we fly, I feel two seemingly disparate things. One, that I'm increasingly capable as a pilot, and then I'm further and further away from feeling ready for a check run. So we can just U-turn in, right?
Yep.
You're much better at this than I am. I should learn to. So for here, we actually have plenty of fucking room, right?
Yeah.
So right here, we just go straight. We're gonna clear everything, and we want to aim the nose. We start turning like now, right?
Right now, hard. And then look for your spot.
Yeah, the front T.
Same way you would line up like for a runway.
Massage it, massage it. How's that?
Good. Now make sure that the wheels are straight. So you might have to give it a little bit of power just to straighten the wheel out. There you go. All right.
Okay, now it's good. Okay, so this is already done. Off, off.